Hey everybody, come on in. Welcome back to Weather on the Go. All your weather coverage on this Monday, November 18th, 2024. And in today's forecast, we're going to be talking about the Thanksgiving holiday as we get closer into next week, but also severe weather today. And could we see snow at the end of November? Some of us could, and we're going to answer that question and where later on in the video. So make sure to subscribe to the channel down below for the latest weather information right at your fingertips. Turn on all post notifications, hit that post notification bell so you are notified when I do post my videos and live streams in the future. And of course, leave any comments, questions, concerns below, but also like the video, give it a thumbs up. It helps out more than you know. So let's look at our morning temperatures that we started off with early this morning, and it was pretty chilly up here into the upper Midwest, into the Twin Cities region here, in towards Green Bay, back into the Black Hills region of the Dakotas. We're actually starting off in the 20s and low 30s this morning. Notice to the south of there, back here toward the plains, we actually saw warmer conditions to start off. That warmer air will be pushing east as we go into this afternoon, with 70 perhaps not out of the realm of possibility as far north as St. Louis this afternoon. And that is part of a big storm system we're tracking here today. We do have wind advisories that are in effect with your local National Weather Service offices from central Illinois all the way back here towards New Mexico and West Texas for some gustier winds expected over the next 24 hours. You can see the strongest of those winds will be down here toward the Red River Valley and the Southern Plains. So Oklahoma, much of North Texas, West Texas. We could be seeing wind gusts upwards of 40, if not 50 miles per hour into your Tuesday morning time frame. And this storm system did bring severe weather yesterday. Here are your storm reports from Sunday, November 17th, 2024. We actually had a series of tornadoes across far southwestern Oklahoma yesterday. A lot of wind reports and a couple hail reports there in West Texas as well. A lot of this did occur west of the Oklahoma City metro area and north and west from Wichita Falls, Texas here. But we're going to have a lot of moisture streaming up from the Gulf of Mexico today into parts of the heartland, the Corn Belt region of the Midwest, and this is going to wring out that moisture in the form of rainfall and some severe weather further to the south as well, especially when looking at our jet stream. This is in 500 millibars, very strong jet stream here in the mid-levels of the atmosphere across the middle of the country, and there is severe weather. There's a level 1 out of 5 in the dark green, level 2 out of 5 on the risk scale in the yellow down here across southern Arkansas, much of west central Louisiana, and far east Texas. And looking at the hazards of which these storms could bring, we could be seeing 60, perhaps 70 mile per hour winds, especially further south toward Louisiana and east Texas. The hail potential is very low today. Unlike the summer, we don't have a lot of instability for hail, so we're really not worried about that. But tornadoes are in play today, all the way up into the Omaha region, into Nebraska, parts of southwest Iowa, all the way down here toward the Gulf Coast. And the highest tornado chance in this 5% shaded color in brown from the Shreveport region east to Monroe, into portions of Alexandria, Lake Charles, Lafayette, and over here in towards the Houma region as well. So if you are in Louisiana today, make sure you have your weather radios handy because you may need those as we go deeper in toward the day. So this afternoon, we got a broken line of strong to severe thunderstorms, and we could have more tornadoes today. So again, make sure those weather radios are activated. Make sure you have multiple ways to receive watches and warnings throughout the afternoon. This broken squall line will move further east along the Mississippi River this evening. This is after dark. We know the sun sets early, so make sure, again, have multiple ways to receive watches and warnings here in case tornado warnings are issued for your area. Heavier rainfall, beneficial rains at that, up across portions of the Midwest into the eastern Dakotas, Nebraska, Minnesota, Hawkeye State of Iowa, the Badger State of Wisconsin, and parts of the Land of Lincoln here in Illinois. We're going to be seeing that this evening. That'll spread up further toward Lake Michigan, Lake Superior early Tuesday morning, and we'll put the severe weather threat to bed as we go into early Tuesday morning, as we lose that daytime heating as this moves further east. It's going to come with a lot of moisture. This is a moisture-laden system. We're going to definitely be wringing that out here in the form of heavy but beneficial rain up across the Midwest. So definitely seeing in the orange shaded color here a good 1 to 2 inches worth of rain. The heaviest down here towards New Orleans, southeastern Louisiana, could be seeing over 3-4 inches of rain through your Tuesday, and a slight risk for flash flooding is in play there for the New Orleans region, Gulfport, Mississippi, as we go in toward portions of your Monday here and into Tuesday morning. Keeping an eye on that. Snowfall is going to be at a minimum unless you're into the Pacific Northwest, the Cascades, for example, or the Northwestern Rockies. A couple of inches of snow there, maybe a couple feet of snow in the Cascades as our new storm system moves in here over the next 24 hours. Now, as that new storm system comes in, we're going to be watching the colder air funneling in from Canada and down here into the central U.S. by the middle of this week and into the southeast U.S. by later this week. Now, when you see the blues and greens here, it doesn't mean it's going to be 20 degrees in Florida. It just means temperatures are going to be much below normal in the state of Florida compared to your normal high in mid-November. So we're going to be seeing that Wednesday afternoon. Scrolling through into the middle of the week, looky, this is at our highs across the northern U.S. Yes, highs in North Dakota barely touching 30, and you can see 36 in the Minneapolis-St. Paul vicinity on Wednesday afternoon, 42 in Des Moines, and 48 on the lakefront there in Chicago, 46 on the lakefront in Milwaukee. So it's going to be chilly, and even as we go into late this week, Friday afternoon, even cooler yet, 43 in Green Bay, 44 here in Milwaukee down to Chicago, 42 in Rockford, Illinois, and 47 down in Kansas City, and even further south. Look at Atlanta. We're at 52 degrees Friday afternoon. So you can see the cooler air will be shifting in across the central U.S. middle of this week on Wednesday. And then by Friday late this week into the eastern U.S. And looking here at the precipitation, we definitely could be seeing the potential here for some heavier snows, heavier rains here across the middle of the country as we go in towards Tuesday. Wednesday, we're going to be seeing the potential for some very heavy snow across northern California and into the Pacific Northwest as our new storm system comes in. Thursday, that will continue, and into Friday, almost like an atmospheric river across the Pacific Northwest. And it's going to be adding up. Northern California, folks, we could be seeing well over half a foot of moisture here as we go between Tuesday, tomorrow on November 19th, through Friday, November 22nd. And a lot of that will be falling also in Oregon, Washington State, Idaho, and western Montana. Pretty dry in the middle of the country, so hard-pressed to see moisture there, and then that'll pick back up across the eastern U.S. And looking at the flash flooding potential, especially in particular for Northern California, Tuesday, marginal risk for the coastal northwestern California and really much of coastal Oregon and Washington State. Slight risk for flash flooding in Northwest California there, closer to the coast, especially on Wednesday. That gets bumped up to a moderate risk of flash flooding on Thursday, so this could be a dangerous day for a lot of runoff of moisture. And then as we go into Friday, again, a slight risk for flash flooding. So flash flooding will be an issue here across northern and northwest California and the Pacific Northwest as well as we go through this upcoming week. And a lot of heavy snowfall too, folks. We're going to be seeing very heavy snow for the Cascades and the northern Sierras up here in Northern California. It could be definitely getting a couple of feet, if not a few feet worth of snow as we go through the week. Disregard the amounts here of snowfall across the Appalachians. Probably not going to see 2 feet of snow, but definitely seeing a few inches of snow from West Virginia into portions of western and central Pennsylvania, especially in the Appalachian chain there. Definitely going to be keeping an eye on that throughout the week. Here is the temperature outlook going into the last full week of November, Monday, November 25th through Sunday, December 1st. That colder air going to be sneaking in from Canada into the northern U.S. The warmer of the normal air are unseasonable warmth across the south. And then you can see the active weather with our storm track across the west and across the north as we go through the last week of November. And you can see here temperature anomalies, just to break it down a little bit further. Western Canada by early next work week on Monday, November 25th. This is a week from today. That'll be up there in British Columbia, Alberta, and Saskatchewan, the Northwest Territories, and Yukon. All that cold air will be funneling in as we go in towards Thanksgiving Day. Here's Thanksgiving Day. A lot of that colder air coming in across the north, still unseasonably mild across the east for Thanksgiving Day. And you can see precipitation so far on Thanksgiving. We do have the potential for a bigger type of storm system with that colder air funneling in that could turn that moisture over to snow on the northwest side of that low pressure storm track. And then more rain, heavy rain, and severe weather on the warm side, the southeastern side of that low pressure on Thanksgiving. And then beyond Thanksgiving, Saturday, November 30th, the last day of November, yeah, that cold air definitely comes in and winter really sneaks up on us across the upper Midwest and the northern plains by the end of November. There's the storm track in January, or in the jet stream, the storm track through the end of November here. And you can definitely see it's further to the south, bringing that snow line a little bit further south. So don't be surprised if you see snowflakes in the upper Midwest, the northern plains, or the central northern Rockies again as we round out the month of November. The GFS ensemble is on board with that as well. So a lot of consistency here for the end of this forecast. So thank you all for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for the latest weather information right at your fingertips. Make sure to turn on post notification, hit that post notification bell so you are notified for my videos, live streams in the future. Of course, like the video by giving it a thumbs up down below. Leave any comments, questions, and concerns below. We'll get to those after the video, and I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their Monday out there.